everything else in between, and believe me, we have been awake for everything else in between. Yes, it's us, it's the JoypadAndMe podcast, back for a very special live show. Well, mostly live, or a-live. It's the ExtraLife live podcast 2015. Hello, my name is Graham, otherwise known as Jedi Junkie, and as a change of crew with us today, we have Danny, aka Lazy Gamer.
Hello.
And long-term listeners and fans of the site may remember a couple of miscreants we've had dealings with in the past. Mr. Jaymes Hatch.
Hello.
And a Mr. Adam Danger Lewis.
Bonjour.
Otherwise known as A&J from A&J's Café. And now, Adam, you work in bars and have a band and do all sorts of crazy mental stuff.
Yeah, few bits. Keep myself busy, out of trouble most of the time.
And Jay, you now work for Ubisoft.
I do, yes.
You jammy bastard.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, well, it is the ExtraLife podcast. We are now 23 hours in. We thought it'd be funny, instead of doing a podcast at the start or the middle, let's do one at the end where we're completely and utterly fried. If this was a video podcast, which it might as well be because we are still live streaming, Adam's face is gone. It's been a long one. We started at 1 o'clock on Saturday the 7th, close to 1:30 to be fair. What have we been doing since then?
Playing a lot of games.
Man, a lot of games. Myself, I got hold of Need for Speed and put many hours into that. I'll give my review on a next podcast on the website. Initial impressions, good, could do better. For people that know me know I love a driving game. I love some of the details that go into them. This is lacking some of those, but it's really good at drifting and blasting around the track. And there are some nice cars and some really bad ones in there as well. That was my main game I've been playing. I did manage to pick up on Jay's recommendation, Toy Soldiers. That is amazing fun. I've always been a fan of the old 1980s and 90s comics and cartoons and stuff, but you get to run around as G.I. Joe and He-Man. You get to ride Battle Cat and beat the crap out of little minions coming at you.
I saw you regress to the age of young child then, just playing that game. It was amazing.
About 2-3 o'clock in the morning, all they could hear out of me was this little giggle as something new came on the screen. It was a bit...
Battle Cat, he's so overpowered.
Yeah. That was me, yeah, I fully admit it. I can't deny it, it's on bloody camera. But yeah, that game is... That's probably my best game of the day, I think. It beat out Need for Speed. Which, considering the price difference, is quite depressing. Other than that, I played some Rocket League, some Pure Pool, some Binding of Isaac, and some Drive Club. And let me tell you, you can't go from Need for Speed to Drive Club and think you can still drive this car in the same way. Dan, what have you been playing?
I started off playing the Uncharted collection.
Yes, you did.
I finished off 2, and then I played 3 for about, I'd say, an hour and a half. But then I jumped over to what I know best. That's FIFA 16. And for the whole night I went undefeated.
Against himself.
The world wishes that was true, but no. And then I ventured over to a little old school. PlayStation 2. Started off with a bit of Rocky.
Rocking the retro.
Because who doesn't love the Rocky films except for the 5th one? No, the 5th one's terrible, Green.
If you say so.
It's terrible.
I didn't mind it, actually. This might be sleep deprived state talking, but
watch it again tomorrow.
It's on the planner, actually. I might
watch it, yeah, good. And then what did I do? Then I went on SmackDown vs Raw and played with the character who shall not be named, Chris Benoit.
You just named him.
Doesn't matter. Vince isn't listening.
He might, you
And I
never know.
took him all the way to WrestleMania and won the World Heavyweight Championship. And then, what did we play just then?
Castle Crashes.
Castle Crashes. First time playing Toast. Yeah, enjoyed it. Not really into them type of games, but...
What else did you play, Dan?
Well, we decided to go on bit of Mario Party. Thought, yeah, we'll have a laugh here, bit of banter. But turns out
there's plenty of laughter.
the game doesn't seem to like Donkey Kong that much.
No, it just doesn't like you.
I'm going to say it doesn't like Donkey Kong.
DK got swept.
Because every time, and I mean every time, I'm not over exaggerating, every time I rolled the dice, what did I get?
Well, it was a 35 round game and you got swept off the road at least 20 times. To the point where all three of us were predicting it would happen, and yet there it was, it happened. It got funny after the 10th time and then unfunny after the 15th or 16th.
One time I had to actually leave the room.
We actually had his first rage quit.
But I came back,
And yeah,
carried on,
to lose.
I lost
drastically.
Yes, I did. And to make it that little bit sweeter, on my last roll of the dice, what happened?
You got swept.
I got swept. So, going out with my head held high.
Not much else you could do.
Stretching.
People always say, it's not about winning, it's about taking part. But that's mainly the losers who say
To be
that.
fair, you hardly took part because you kept getting swept off the
You only
track.
saw a quarter of the board.
I
I finished with the most coins.
We were also scared of being close to him because we knew we were going to get swept off the board if we were near him.
Yeah.
Well, see, just the way the
And
cookie
if you
was.
weren't getting swept off the board, you were getting blasted by Bowser.
Yeah, so all in all, not a good...
You're not a big fan of Mario Party 2 on the N64.
Space World can fuck off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And James actually made me break my house rule.
Yes.
This PlayStation Fortress.
Silliest
This-
house rule.
This fortress of the PlayStation goodness with some Nintendo as well actually let in an Xbox for ExtraLife.
The fortress of ineptitude.
So we actually had an Xbox in the house. And what were you up to?
I was playing just loads of games. I was zipping backwards and forwards. Wasn't I? I'd play like 20 minutes of one here and then an hour of another one elsewhere. So I was playing. I've been logging some serious time in Assassin's Creed recently. The new Syndicate. So I'm playing through that. I've shown you the street fights.
The size of the map.
Yeah.
Some
It is
drifting
a nice one.
horse carts.
69%.
We had a little competition, didn't we, so we could get the best drift. And I think the police cart took it in the end, to be honest.
And that fire cart
Yeah.
wasn't bad. It went round that corner.
Both 2 horsepower though, aren't they? So it's not bad. And then me and Ad were trying out the new Black Ops Zombies, weren't we? Because we're big Zombies fans.
Oh yeah.
Like
Adam looks like one at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like one. But, there's another story though.
So with Black Ops 3 then, what's new and changed about it? What makes it better than Ghosts?
I think you're
Everything. What
Jeff
doesn't?
Goldblum, isn't it really?
The fact it's not Ghosts.
I don't even like COD anymore.
So I know I didn't pick up Advanced Warfare myself. I heard people say it was better than Ghosts. Has this gone back to the good old days of COD? The days where it wasn't a laughing stock?
Well, we were playing this Black Ops till 4 in the morning yesterday morning.
The night before you started
before we
24-hour
yeah,
gaming.
Yeah, so it was going to be a couple of goes, wasn't it? So we knew what we were getting in for.
Yeah.
So we didn't look like fools in the stream, which happened anyway, but that's another story. But yeah, it was about 4:30, wasn't it? We went to bed and
So
then...
you did about 6 hours before you did
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we we didn't really get it set up and going till about 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. So we had like 3 hours going.
Oh, that's not bad.
But
To be here for 10 o'clock, but actually turn up at 1:10.
yeah. But
Yeah, but
I'd needed
did
to
we
go
not bring
Red
a
Bull
load
shopping.
of food and goodies
It
and
is
stuff?
true,
We were the
yes.
hunter-gatherers.
They
shall
did
we say.
bring a-
These two reprobates were just here.
We brought the beer and the Red Bull. And then you brought the Big Phil, the fist.
And the pussy.
We need to do a live sampling of these as well. I'm saying
These are all really weird and scary energy drinks that they brought. I thought bringing a few cans of Tornado from EGX was pushing it, but no. These guys came out and found even weirder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which is actually scarier, having a can of Fist or downing a Big Phil. Either way, doesn't sound right. We're not joking. We will actually put a photo up on the Twitter feed to prove that these drinks exist. I'm not quite sure what they taste like yet. But yeah, that's not all you brought, is it, Jay? You brought a shed load more.
Yeah, lots of goodies to give away, obviously, for such a worthy cause. So it was nice to bring down some stuff to support. And
yeah,
you're doing an auction later, are you?
Well, we've got. If anyone's been watching our Facebook page and Twitter and my personal Twitter page, you'll have seen all day and night we've been putting up prizes for donations, from game codes to crew shirts. We've got the key ring that looks like a key fob. We've got Assassin's Creed hoodies. We've got
anyone who's played Assassin's Creed as well. We've got another. I'm going to bring it down for you. I was going to say it's a surprise, but another EV's pocket watch you can raffle off.
Wow.
It's only going to be the one, but obviously the response we've had, everyone's been really kind. If you played the game, she's got a timepiece she uses in the game. I've got one of those that we'll raffle off as well. So, and
trust me, they are not easy to get hold of. They are like hound's teeth. They are hard.
This is my personal one I was given that I'll
really?
Yeah, I'll raffle this off for you guys.
You can't argue for better than that, can you? Even taking it out of his personal stash just to help the kids for ExtraLife. That's impressive.
Good fun, isn't it? So,
yeah, we have had a blast. Ads? I mean, anything different to what you've been playing? Pretty much like
not really, yeah.
Tag teaming with Jay, haven't you?
Yeah, we're just kicking it old school from the concrete streets, but the zombies is definitely
Halo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, a bit of Halo.
The chief you're looking for.
But Halo was.
If we can raise £1,000 on our stream, we will get them to record their own version of the Halo song. Trust me, it's worth listening to. That'll be our stretch goal. I'll tie them down and make them sing.
You're using just claps and.
I'll just use a can of Fist. Yeah, so it's been crazy. We turned my living room and basically the bottom half of my house into Gamers Haven, with posters and standees from Assassin's Creed and games littered all over the place. Half a dozen screens. The missus is going apeshit over how the house looks. Wires and controllers coming out of everywhere. I have no idea where I'm going to put them all back again, but that's something for another day or this afternoon before I pass out. For those that don't know what ExtraLife is, and if you don't, then I can't believe you listen to us. ExtraLife is a gaming marathon that's been put together to help the Children's Miracle Network raise money so that kids, and in particular families, can fight cancer. We all know what cancer's like. We probably everyone knows someone that's had to deal with it at some point in their lives. We know the devastation it can cause. We and everyone else that works with ExtraLife raises money so that we can help them get the care, the support, anything they need. And we are amazed to say that ExtraLife this year has beaten its goal. It's in the millions they've raised. I can't remember the final number now so far.
I'll find out for you.
Jay's hot on top. Where they've gone up. I think it was early evening. They went past $1 million, then 2, then 3. It's
2015 total update so far, as of 9 minutes ago, is $6.26 million.
6.3 million. That's just because a bunch of gamers all around the world have got together to sit on their asses, play video games, and do other random stupid things just for someone else. All these people say gamers, we sit in our bedrooms, we don't do anything else, we don't socialise. This proves different, doesn't it? You can't get better than this. So yeah, don't forget to check our feeds on Facebook, Twitter. If you are masochistic enough, we do have the recordings of the live webcams for the event up on YouTube, as well as a set of video diaries, which get weird as they go through the day and the night. They get strange.
Are we uploading Dan's Guide to Mario Party 2 as well?
No.
Oh no! Have I really got to edit that together?
Send me the footage. I'll put
Just
it
making
together.
a separate
It's on a
video.
9-hour video feed.
Just with
Just
the
get
Benny
chunk of
Hill
Mario
thing.
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 5 hours.
I'll do that.
Oh god, that's gonna
Just
be
get some nice
crazy.
screaming in there.
I'm hoping we got some of the
Put a nice soundtrack behind it of him crying.
the Jackbox Party Pack as well. 'cause
Oh,
that would have been.
slow
See, that was the first time I played that. That was a damn good laugh.
It's good,
that
isn't
was.
it? It's
yeah.
one that comes out of nowhere. Like
like an ideal.
you see it in the list of the library and games in the store, and it's like a party game, isn't it? So there's loads of different styles. So it's like fibbing about answers to questions and things. The drawing one we found particularly good.
Yeah, and yeah,
A few decent images on there,
yes.
but then mainly terrible ones.
The worst bit was there was people watching it on the Twitch stream that could recognise stuff before we could.
Yeah.
That was scary. But yeah, I've played a few like quiz games and stuff on the PlayStation, and nothing really jumps out as being a game you put on that kind of night. But that was actually really good fun.
Well, I think it woke us all back up again, didn't it? Cause we
Yeah.
were just like,
I didn't start playing that till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
there's a second one now as well. This is the first pack we played yesterday evening, but they've got a second one now as well, which I'll try and bring down for next time. I'll do something.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm guessing that's Xbox exclusive.
All the best
Is it?
games are on there.
Oh!
Let's not beat around the bush.
Oh, don't even start with that one. I mean, as you say, you haven't got Killzone. And better yet, we haven't got Halo.
Thankfully.
We didn't even get to go through half of the games we planned on going through. I mean, I had a list of probably 10, 15 games I wanted to crack on and do with some. I even had, probably 4 games lined up to try and platinum and didn't get anywhere close. I put too many hours into Need for Speed, I think.
Trying to get chased by the police.
Yeah. Anyway, Need for Speed. Part of the game is the racing against online people and bots and stuff. The other part is to get involved in police chases and escape them. That's great if you can find police to escape from. We actually watched as I played for 3 hours trying to find police to chase me, to the point where I even sat in the police headquarters car park and spent 10 minutes doing donuts, and no one, there's not a siren, not a flashing light, nothing came near me. So I don't know if that portion of the game is broken, or they're just all out to lunch this weekend, or I don't know. But kind of takes away half of the game for me. I wanted to get into big long police chases and rack up massive scores, and I couldn't. So I had to build cars that can't be built as way I want them to the point where PS2 games could actually be built better. As bad as it. Oh yeah, we've got another guest on the podcast now with my dog, as you can hear clipping and clopping and causing chaos everywhere. Hey, she loves grabbing a spare seat. If you move your backside for more than 2 seconds, she'll sit in your place, hide your controller, eat your munchies, try and drink your Red Bull. Basically, it's a perfect gaming dog, really.
Yeah.
Fantastic company.
Yeah, so it's been nuts, and we've got 1 hour to go, just about. Any ending final comments, final words, anything you want to say before you fall asleep? Again.
Cool. I did do a shift, just to let everyone know. I went to go to work.
You nipped out for 10 minutes, yeah.
Nipped out for 6 hours. Came back and I got work again in 4 hours after we finished. So
You are hardcore.
I have caught a little bit valuable sleep, but No, thank you for donating, everyone that has, and everyone that hasn't, donate more.
Yes, please do. We've actually had pretty good response. I'm quite impressed because it's always a worry when you do something like this that sometimes feels like you might be badgering people too much, or you're asking for money off people so near Christmas they don't want to donate, or you get a lot of I'll do it next week, or I'll do it tomorrow, and you're never quite sure. But to be fair, we've had quite a few. All night we've had people popping in and donating a bit here and there. Even people that just came to watch us on the feed, like complete random strangers just offering for a donation. It does help that we have nice game codes to give away and other prizes, which we do need to mention the lovely people that donated all these goodies for us to give away, and they came out in force for us. Zen Studios, they donated pinball tables. Greenheart Games donated copies of Game Dev Tycoon on Steam. Funbox Media came with a shed load of codes for Space Hulk on the PlayStation 3, Space Hulk on the PlayStation Vita, X-Blaze on the PS3 and the Vita as well. We've got 10 codes each of those, so we've got loads of them to give away. Just Add Water, our good friend Stuart Gilray and his team, they donated 20 Steam codes for New and Tasty, which are proving quite popular. Our very good friends over at Ubisoft, as we have mentioned, Jay and his team donated shirts, key rings, lanyards, hoodies, the watch, the very rare watch. We've already sold one of them, and he's going to give us a second one. We got pens, we've got a list as long as my arm of things, so we'll keep a track of what we're putting up on social media, and you can own some of this stuff just for a donation. We also, unfortunately it didn't arrive in time, but Oculus are sending over a couple of their VR innovation headsets for us to auction off. We can't say too much about them because technically they're not actually in our hands at the moment. The postman has still got them, which I'll be knocking him out on Monday. But as soon as we've got them, we will show them off on YouTube and the website, and we will let you know how you can own one, or two, maybe three. It's up to what we send out. But we are going to have a little play with one first, I think. Yeah, I think we need to.
See how it plays, I suppose.
Well, I mean, with all this sort of talk of virtual reality coming out, to actually get hold of one of these and have a little play and see, is this going to be this year's big Christmas present type of thing?
It's after the Back to the Future anniversary, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. Are we all going to be sitting there on Boxing Day with VR helmets going,
I'm worried. I've seen Lawnmower Man.
Sneakers.
Are we all going to be wearing VR helmets while going around on those silly ass two-wheeled things that we saw at EGX?
No.
That are now illegal to run on the roads. And
Swagway things or whatever.
Hopefully natural selection will sort those people out.
no, just no brakes and running into the traffic will sort them out. I saw a picture in my dazedness, I have to dig it out. 2 people on one. How lazy can you get? You're actually holding someone to run around with. But that's a whole different tangent for a whole nother show. As you can tell, we are extremely sleep deprived. Hopped up on Red Bull and energy drinks and a couple of alcoholic libations.
And Big Phil.
And Big Phil, some Fist, Tornado. Spartan, yeah, that was another one.
Should we give Big Phil a little test before we wrap up and see what it's
If you want to open the crack of Big Phil, by all means, you certainly can.
You can sup on Big Phil's open crack if you so wish.
Oh dear.
Big Phil Mitchell.
No, now you put a surname to it, it's just wrong. Oh, this is...
Testing.
People haven't donated, we should have put... Oh, this is going to be painful.
Oh, after you. No, I insist.
So I have to.
As founder of JoypadAndMe.
Little whiff of that. That's all yours, that.
Oh!
Does not smell succulent.
No, it really, really
It
does.
actually smell like a Big Phil. It smells like a Big Phil.
This isn't going to go well. Oh well.
Where'd you get it?
For
We'll tell you afterwards.
Anything for the kids?
I'd rather know now.
It's
Undescribable.
no, it tastes like you know if you leave a glass of cider or champagne for like 3 weeks, and then it's got that whiff and. I'm now passing it to Jay. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Big Phil sweaty socks. It's unique.
It's orange cuisine. And a can.
Got a kind of earthy aroma to it.
A well trodden aroma.
Wow.
Whoa, there's the face.
I'm going for another one.
He likes Big Phil that much.
Well, he's taken the effort to come and see us today. I might as well suck off his
And he's fast.
vintage.
Jay's not risking.
No, I don't know.
Oh, come on, you
Adam's not even touching it.
I don't know.
Adam, I've seen you get your body waxed. A couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
but I draw the line at Big Phil away.
I've seen you put worse than Big Phil in your body.
I'm a good Catholic boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Aren't we all?
Go on then. For the kids.
Yeah, just.
Oh, it kind of lines
I
your
thought
mouth,
that was a fart then on the bottom of the
Yeah,
can.
you both really sold it to me.
It's kind of furry.
It says kind of furry.
Yeah.
The dog wants some. If you say not bad, I'm going to slap you.
One for seconds anyway.
Oh, I thought Spartan was rough.
See if you do that with the pussy. Is that out there?
You know what?
Yeah, it is. That's for a whole other show.
It's not bad.
Ah,
It's
dude.
not bad at all. I like my energy drinks.
Don't hear no sound.
There would need to be a serious amount of vodka in that to make that decent.
My ass is going to be in bits tomorrow.
And I think we may need to end the show there.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to again thank everyone that's donated gifts and prizes to give away. We want to thank everyone that's donated money for the Children's Miracle Network. If you want to donate, you can catch the link on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, on YouTube. Goes to all the videos. You can find it on our website. There's the link on the side as well as the main front page. Go to the link, donate what you can. Every little bit helps. Every single penny, every single cent goes to Children's Miracle Network. We don't take a thing out of this. We actually put quite a bit in because we like some of the goodies ourselves. So we've donated a fair whack. But yeah, everyone that helps make this event all around the world what it is, you do an excellent job. We've had some serious motivation from the likes of Troy over in the States, Marsha, otherwise known as Jax from Mummy Gamers. If it wasn't for her and her constant updates on Facebook of what she's raising and what crazy stunt she's pulling, kind of makes us want to up our game next year, which we may just do. We have plans in the works. But for now, I think that is time for us to sign off and get a last hour of gaming in. I feel some toastly Castle Crashers or something like that, or see that Toy Soldiers, it's calling me back. I get to ride around as He-Man on Battle Cat. How much more do you want to do in sleep deprived states? Anyway, right, that is a goodbye from me, Graham, otherwise known as Jedi Junkie.
I hate Mario Party. This is Lazy Gamer.
James, also known as Streaky Bacon.
And
My name's Adam, and good night.
That could send me to sleep.
so goodbye from all of us, and see you next episode.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.